So, I put in the comment section in my last video that Kevin Hart had changed his mind or whatever and had wound up apologizing. And because I had heard that like 10 minutes, 20 minutes after I fucking made my video. So that's why I didn't mention it in the video. I put it in the comments. Now I'm making this video to discuss that. Kevin Hart originally had said, I go apologize for the shit I did in the past. I've already addressed that. Done. And I thought that was awesome. I was like, good for you. And I had thought maybe Kevin Hart had enough money to where he could just be like, you know, he had that fuck you money. And he could be like, fuck you, I ain't apologizing for shit. But apparently Kevin Hart does not have that level of money. Or Kevin Hart truly felt that what he did was wrong and he's really upset about it or whatever. Or maybe some people sent him comments, you know, this is why I'm upset with you about this. And maybe that affected him and he thought, you know what, that is kind of fucked up. I should apologize. I don't know. I don't know if his apology is heartfelt or forced. I don't know because I don't know Kevin Hart. But I can tell you what people think about his apology. A lot of people think he's great for doing it, right? I am not in that camp. A lot of people think that he's even more of a piece of shit because of his non-apology apology that they didn't accept. I am not a part of that group. I am a part of the group that's disappointed that people are still apologizing for the shit they say and do when it's just upsetting people. There used to be people that made their career on insulting people. Don Rickles is an amazing comedian. I think I did a tribute to him when he died on this show because Don Rickles was an amazing comedian. And he was that guy that you wanted to make fun of you. Say whatever the fuck he wanted, doesn't matter, he's Don Rickles. Because Don Rickles, and Don Rickles is going to be awesome about it, and he's going to say something hysterical. And, right? People that have made their careers on fucking with people. Right? Not anymore! Jesus Christ. If Don Rickles was... I wish Don Rickles was still around and still working and still doing stuff. Because if Don Rickles was still around and still working and doing stuff, he'd show us all how it was done. He'd fuck with somebody, and they'd say, Don, that was wrong. You should apologize for that. And he'd go, apologize? What am I going to fucking apologize? I don't apologize for that. No, fuck that shit. They should get over it. And there you go. That would be... I think losing Don Rickles has been bad for the world. I think losing comedians like that, man. Losing... the ability for comedians to make jokes and to be funny and to talk about themselves in a way that may not exactly make them look good so that they can, you know, this is called self-depreciating humor. I think Kevin Hart understands that his perspective of I'm terrified that my son might be gay. I think he gets that that's, you know, incorrect. I believe he said at one point that that was a way of him making fun of his own insecurities. He's insecure about that sort of shit. It's dumb for him to be so. He understands it's dumb for him to be so. But one can't help what one is irrationally insecure about. That's why they call it irrational insecurities. It's like every time I say, you know, what I am and am not interested in a girlfriend, partner, whatever, everybody shits on me for it. It's like, well, fuck you, man. That's what I'm attracted to. That's what I'm into. It's the type of person I like. If you don't like that, I can't help you because I can't force myself to want to be around people that I don't particularly care for. Why are you trying to make me? We don't have enough people saying that shit anymore. He doesn't want his son to be gay. Right? Probably because he doesn't want his son to have additional hardships in life. I think that's a pretty fair thing for a parent to say about a child. Me particularly, I would prefer my child not be blind. No offense to blind people. I'm sure blind people live fantastic lives when they figure out a way to kind of do it. But I don't want my kid to have to figure out that shit. I would like my kid to be able to see. Again, nothing against blind people. I have nothing but love and compassion for blind people. It's unfortunate when people have to live with a disability. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I'm sure most blind people don't want to. But like, you can't shit on me for saying I don't want my kid to be blind. Well, there's a lot of blind people in the world living happy, normal lives. No, happy maybe, normal no. And I don't think it's wrong to say that. Like, where did we go in life? Is it bad to be homosexual? No, absolutely not. Does it add additional stress to life? Yeah. I think if you're going to try and argue that it doesn't, I don't think you know any gay people. They'll tell you, yeah, it makes life a little bit more difficult. People look at you funny. People always assume dumbass shit about you. You know? So, whatever. I don't think that Kevin Hart wanting what he believes is best in life for his children, I don't think that's a bad thing. And I don't think that it makes him a good person, that he feels that way. But I think he understands. There's a lot of things that we all kind of think about other people. It doesn't make us good people. It's just how life is. There's a lot of things that you think about people that aren't always good things. It's how we work. It's how we operate. It's who we are as human beings. Right? But I don't think that there was any reason to have brought this shit back up from the past. You know? It's just... Nobody's ever going to be able to be forgiven anymore for anything that's on the internet about you. And everything that's on the internet about you is always going to be there. And people have long fucking memories. Because people have nothing better to do with their lives than to pick shadow fights with people that they'll never meet and don't know. And yet, every time something great happens in that person's life, they're there to dredge up whatever the fuck they can find just to fuck them over. And it's like, whatever. Whatever. We really want to live in a world where we don't forgive people for anything they've ever done. We can live in that world. But don't expect me to take part in the shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not that hateful. I'm not that jealous. I'm not that much of an asshole. I can be an asshole, but I'm not a fucking asshole. And ultimately, Kevin Hart is still pretty much not liked by a lot of people. He apologized, but isn't going to be hosting the fucking Oscars. And he apologized, and his apology was not accepted by a vast majority of people from the way it sounds. And so, what did it fucking get you, Kev? What did apologizing do for you? Fuck all. You should have held on to your balls. You should have kept to your fucking principles and said, look, I ain't apologizing. I don't feel I did anything wrong. I don't care what you think. I'm not apologizing. Because it doesn't matter. Ultimately, at the end of the day, doesn't fucking matter. Louis C.K. apologized. He came out, did a press conference. A comedian came out, did a press conference about his allegations of masturbating in front of women who said it was fine. And he came out and said they all were cool with it. I thought it was cool. Apparently it wasn't cool. I'm sorry. I'll do better. I'll stop masturbating in front of random girls that kind of work for me in an odd way. Whatever. We'll move on with life. And everybody went, fuck Louis C.K. And then when he came out and tried to do some stand-up to work on a new special, they said, fuck Louis C.K. So what did it get you, Lou? Fucking nothing. So when are people going to learn? Just don't apologize. If you don't think you did anything wrong, say it. Say, I don't think I did anything wrong. If you disagree, that's your problem. Sorry. Sorry about your problem. I can't help you with your problem except to say you need to re-examine your fucking life. And then fucking deal with what happens. But at least have the fucking balls. To just, somebody at some fucking point, seriously. And we can't keep throwing our fucking hopes onto Nathan the Hick. Because he was kind of an asshole. And it doesn't help. We need somebody legit who did something just like Kevin Hart, who will be like Kevin Hart and say, "Hey, I apologize for shit I've answered for in the past. Go fuck yourselves." But stick to that shit, man. Stick to it. Or we're all doomed. We're all just going to have to continue to make these fake apologies. We don't really fucking care. And nobody's going to give a shit. And then all it does is make people not like you more because now you fucking apologized. And what an asshole you are. Just disappointing.